I heard he's been up to his usual clumsy antics.
Oh, you know Grievous. Always stumbling into trouble. I think he's trying to solve crimes now. Can you believe it?
A clumsy detective. That's a disaster waiting to happen. I bet he's already tripped over his own feet a dozen times.
You're not wrong. I saw him trying to chase a suspect earlier, and he ended up planting right into a lamppost.
Classic Grievous. I bet he's the only detective who can trip over a crack in the floor and blame it on the suspect.
Absolutely. I heard he even mistook his own shadow for a criminal once. Poor guy. Always one step behind, quite literally.
Imagine him trying to interrogate someone while constantly stumbling over. It's like a comedy show.
Well, at least he keeps us entertained. The clumsy detective who can solve crimes but always manages to make us laugh. Hey guys, what's so funny? Did I miss something? Something.
So, Vader, when are we finally going to make this bed and breakfast thing work?
Patience, Mole. We need to attract guests first, and maybe not scare them away with our terrifying looks. Who needs guests when we have our own resident hosts to entertain them? And me, to have our own.
So seriously, Grievous, I thought we were going for a cozy, family-friendly vibe.
Well, you know, the close character. Plus, they're great at folding sheets with their invisible hands. Saves us time. I suppose that's one way to look at it, but what about the quirky guests we keep getting? I mean, who asks for a room with a view of the graveyard?
Maybe they want to feel closer to the spirits. Vader, it's all about embrace. Darth Vader, have you heard about our clumsy librarian? He's become the town's most eligible bachelor.
Oh, Grievous, you never cease to amaze me. How did that happen? Well, you see, I was just going about my librarian duties, organizing books when I accidentally knocked over a shelf. Suddenly, all the ladies
So, Grievous, are you enjoying the sudden attention?
It's overwhelming, to be honest. I mean, who'd thought a librarian could be a heartthrob? Perhaps it's your charming personality, Grievous. Or maybe they're just attracted to your graceful but shelf-toppling skills. Oh, come on, guys. It was an accident. But now, I can't even walk through the library without a group of me.
I have an idea. Grievous, why don't you organize a speed reading competition? That way, all the ladies can show off their skills while trying to impress you. Darth Vader, have you thought about the name for our coffee shop yet? I have a few ideas.
I told you, Mole, we are not naming it Dead Brizzo or Dark Roast of the Sith. We need something more inviting. How about Jedi Jedi or Dark Side Delights?
I like the sound of Dark Side Delights. It has a mysterious vibe, just like us.
Fine. We need to focus on the menu too. What kind of coffee should we serve? Well, How about a forceful frappuccino or a Sith cappuccino?
Oh, and we could have a lightsaber lat with different colored syrups. Red for Vader, green, and blue for Grievous.
But we need to suppose that kid will think about the decor too. Any ideas? How about a Death Star chandelier? And instead of regular chairs, we could have mini throne replicas.
And the barristers could wear Jedi robes or Sith robes depending on their allegiance. It'd be hilarious.
Oh, I'm sure Sith sandwiches will sell like hotcakes, Mole. What if we serve Grievous grilled cheese? It's cheesy, just like my personality.
Grievous, your cooking skills are as clumsy as your lightsaber skills.
Speaking of clumsy, remember when you accidentally set the kitchen on fire, Mole?
Let's not bring that up. Vader, it was just a minor incident. Besides, Grievous here tried to serve raw chicken to Obi-Wan once.
I was going for the force you to the toilet effect. Never underestimate the power of food poisoning. I was going to Well, at least our food truck is always on the move. No one can track us down like they did the Death Star.
True, Vader. We're the only Sith Lords who can make a mean burger and escape a Jedi at the same time.
And with our secret weapon, Grievous Galactic Gravy, we'll conquer the food truck galaxy. Grievous, your enthusiasm is as infectious as the Force itself.
I can't believe we actually got a pet dinosaur. Curse, what were we thinking?
Well, Mole, it seemed like a good idea at the time. I mean, who wouldn't want a dinosaur roaming round the Death Star? It's not just any dinosaur, it's a T-Rex, and it's wreaking havoc everywhere. I found it in my room, chewing on my lightsabers.
Grievous, you should have known better than to leave your lightsabers lying around. But seriously, Vader, we need to find a way to control this beast.
I've tried everything. I even tried using the Force to calm it down, but it just roared back at me. It's like it's immune to the Force. Maybe we should call a professional dinosaur trainer. I heard there's one on Tatooine.
Great idea, Grievous. Let's get this sorted before it devours the entire Death Star. We can't have our fearsome reputation ruined by a pet dinosaur.
Agreed. And until then, let's make sure we keep our lightsabers out of reach. I don't want to lose any more to that hungry tree. At least now I've got an excuse to upgrade to a new set of lightsabers. Silver lining, right?
Running a doggy daycare out of our apartment was not what I had in mind when I joined the dark side.
Come on, Mole, embrace the chaos. Besides, who doesn't love a bunch of fluffy dogs running around? I prefer droids over dogs, but I must admit, it's quite entertaining.
Entertaining? Have you seen the mess they make? Chewed up shoes, slobber everywhere. And don't get me started on the accidents on the carpet.
Mole, you need to relax. Just think of it as an opportunity to practice your cleaning skills with the Force. I've never seen anyone use the Force to pick up dog poop before. Quite impressive, I must say.
Oh, it's not just a mess. These dogs are a handful. Remember the time one of them escaped and ran through the entire building?
Ah, yes. The great dog chase of 21. I don't think our neighbors have forgiven us yet. Well, at least we're bringing some excitement to their lives. Who needs peace and quiet when you can have barking and howling?
You're impossible, Grievous. But I guess you're right. The chase of running a doggy daycare is strangely addicting.
See, it's all about embracing the unexpected. And hey, the dogs do make great cuddle buddies after a long day.
So, Darth Vader, have you heard about this new detective in town?
No, I haven't. What's so special about this detective?
Well, he's not exactly special. More like clumsy. They say he's always tripping over his own feet.
Tripping over his own feet? That's hilarious. I fail to see the humor in someone's clumsiness. We have more important matters to attend to.
Oh, come on. Vader, a little Yoda won't hurt. Besides, this detective has a talking parrot as his partner.
A talking parrot? Now that's intriguing. What does this parrot talk about?
Anything and everything. But the problem is it gets easily distracted.
Great, so we have a clumsy detective and a distracted parrot trying to solve crimes. What could possibly go wrong? I can already imagine the chance. The detective tripping over his own feet while the parrot squawks about random things. I suppose it does sound amusing, in a peculiar sort of way, but let's not forget our mission. Gentlemen, we have a galaxy to conquer. Oh, of course, Lord Vader. But can we take a break to watch this clumsy detective and his parrot in action, just for a laugh?
Agreed. A little laughter can make the dark side a bit brighter, don't you think, Lord Vader?
Very well. But just this once, let's see if this detective and his parrot can solve anything without causing too much mayhem.
Well, Darth Vader. Looks like Grievous here has a new job as head cook.
Yes, it seems the galaxy is in for a culinary adventure. Grievous, how are you adjusting to your new role? Well, it's quite challenging, to say the least. I may have a slight clumsiness problem.
Oh, I can only imagine. Grievous. Are you slashing more than just vegetables in the kitchen?
Well, let's just say my lightsaber skills don't translate well to handling knives. I've had a few accidents, and accidents? Did you serve your famous spicy lightsaber fingers dish again? That was just one time, and it was a hit with the droids, surprisingly, and
I bet they looked extra crunch. But Grievous, remember, precision is key in the kitchen. No one wants a side dish of lightsaber with their meal.
Perhaps, Grievous, you should rely on the Force to guide your cooking. Just don't choke on your aspirations. I'll try my best. I can't promise there won't be a few Darth Maul-inspired dishes on the menu. And may the customers have strong stomachs. Good luck.
You know, Darth Vader, I've been feeling quite stressed lately. Any advice on how to relax?
I seek wisdom from the master of relaxation. You, listen carefully, my friend. Find a calm, quiet place and focus on your breathing. Oh, did someone mention relaxation? I'm here to help.
Grievous, you always manage to make things interesting. What's your idea of relaxation?
Well, it's quite simple. I've observed that cats are experts at relaxation, so I've decided to become one. Watch and learn, my friends. Grievous, you can't just become a cat. It's not possible. Nonsense! Watch me as I gracefully leap onto this. Oops. Well, it's all part of the cat charm, right?
Grievous, you're not exactly the epitome of grace.
No worries, I'll show you how to relax, even if it costs a few broken vases.
Grievous, get off. You're not a cat, and I'm not relaxed.
Perhaps, Grievous, you should stick to being a droid. This relaxation lesson seems more chaotic and calming. Whatsy, I guess you're right. I'll leave the relaxation to the experts.
Well, at least you tried. Grievous, maybe we can find a different approach to relaxation. Without the broken furniture.
Agreed. Let's leave the relaxation techniques to the professionals. But thanks for the entertainment, Grievous. You're welcome. Just doing my best to bring some excitement to your lives.
I can't believe we're failing at this food truck thing. Guys, we need a signature dish that will draw people in.
Agreed. Perhaps we should consider something unique. Like Sith Spaghetti Surprise. It's a fusion of Italian and Sith cuisine. Sith Spaghetti Surprise? Are you serious, Vader? No one wants to be surprised by Sith while eating spaghetti. Are you
He's got a point, Vader. Maybe we should go for something less intimidating. How about the dark side burger? It's a deliciously evil twist on a classic.
Dark side burger, ham. It does have a nice ring to it. But what makes it evil? How about we make it with black buns stuffed with jalapenos, topped with ghost pepper sauce, and served with fries seasoned with Sith spice.
Grievous. That's brilliant. A burger that's so spicy, it makes you feel the burn of the dark side. I love it.
Yes, and we can call it the Infernal Burger. It'll be our signature dish, full of Sith spice. Finally, we found our path to success. May the Force and the flavor be with us. Come on, Mole, loosen up a bit. It's not that bad. Besides, creativity thrives in chaos. Darth Vader's right, Mole. Embrace the mess. You might find some hidden treasures in here.
Hidden treasures amongst this chase. I highly doubt it. And don't get me started on the kitchen.
What's wrong with the kitchen?
It's a disaster. I can't work in a place with dirty pans, mismatched spices, and a fridge full of expired food.
Well, Mole, I guess that means you won't be trying my infamous experimental dishes anytime soon. I know this you want me.
Experimental. More like culinary crimes. Grievous.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Grievous dishes may look strange, but they taste out of this world. Thank you, Vader. At least someone appreciates my creativity.
Precious. I think you two have lost your taste buds. I'll stick to my perfectly organized and sanitary cooking habits.
Suit yourself, Mole. But remember, sometimes the best recipes come from breaking the rules. And sometimes the best friendships come from clashing in the kitchen.
Fine, fine. But if I find any more expired food, it will raw.
That's the spirit, Mole. Let's make some unforgettable meals and memories together. Agreed. And don't worry, Mole. I'll keep an eye on those expiration dates. And
I can't believe I have to go to the dentist again. These appointments are always so dull.
well, at least it's a chance for us to relax, Mole. I always find your dental visits quite amusing. Oh, you're right, Vader. Remember the last time Maul had a tooth extraction? He accidentally bit the dentist's finger.
It was an accident. I can't control my reflexes with those sharp teeth of mine.
Maul, maybe you should consider a career change. From Sith Lord to Fairy, perhaps. Yes, Maul. Imagine you in a pink tutu, sneaking into children's rooms and collecting their teeth.
Oh, how I would terrify those poor kids. But seriously, girls, I just want a dentist who won't be intimidated by my saber-toothed grin.
I can picture it now. Maul, you sitting in the dentist's chair, and the dentist trembling in fear, thinking you'll unleash your wrath over a simple cleaning. Maul, you should tell your dentist that you will use the Force to numb your gums, just to see the look on their face. You should...
That would be priceless. But let's hope this time I don't accidentally knock over any dental equipment. I don't want to be banned from a dentist's office.
Oh, Mole, you're a menace to both the Jenny and the dentist's office. May the force be with your dentist today.
Thanks, guys. If I survive this appointment, I'll be back with more dental adventures to entertain you both. So, guys, how's our dog walking business going?
Well, it's been interesting. Our clients are quite the handful. You don't say here. Remember the time when the little chihuahua chased us down the street?
Oh, that was hilarious. But what about the time we ended up with a pack of wild huskies? They nearly dragged us through the park.
And let's not forget the Great Dane who thought I was a Chuto. I barely escaped with my cape intact. Reminds me of the time we had to walk that feasting Pomeranian who thought he was the king of the neighborhood. He had us running circles around him.
And what about the poodle who refused to walk unless we carried her in our arms? Talk about it.
And don't get me started on the dachshund who mastered the art of escape. We spent hours chasing him down the alleys. The joys of dog walking. Who knew our clients would be more challenging than the Jedi?
Man, I'm starving. I could eat a whole planet right now.
Mole, you're always hungry. Maybe you should try something different, like delivering pizzas, for example. Pizza, that sounds delicious. But who would be foolish enough to hire Mole as a delivery guy?
Hey, I'll have you know I'm quick on my feet. And besides, I've got a sixth sense for finding the best pizza joints in the galaxy.
Well, speaking of finding things, have you heard about this lazy pizza guy who accidentally became a private detective? Apparently, he keeps stumbling on. Are you serious? That's got to be the laziest way to become a detective. I mean, imagine him delivering a pizza to a mob boss or something. Really?
Here's your extra large pepperoni pizza, sir. Oh, and by the way, did you know you've got a dead body in your living room?
I can only imagine the chaos that would ensue. The pizza detective coming soon to a theater near you. I bet his catchphrase would be, I always deliver justice and a side of garlic bread. And that's what
Well, as long as he doesn't mix up the pizza toppings with the evidence, he might actually solve some crimes. Plus, he'll never go hungry on the job.
Hey, Darth Vader, have you heard about the new restaurant in town? Apparently, it's run by a clumsy chef. A clumsy chef? That sounds disastrous. I hope he doesn't serve me a burnt Sith burger. Imagine if he accidentally serves a live snake to a food critic. Oh, that would be hilarious. Can you imagine the critic's face when he realizes it's not a new exotic dish but a slithering surprise? I can picture it now. The critic's shocked expression, the chef's panic apologies, and the snake just casually slithering across the table. And then, the whole restaurant would erupt into cheers. People jumping on chairs, screaming, and the poor chef trying to catch the snake while apologizing profusely.
It's like a comedy show unfolding in front of our eyes. I almost feel sorry for the clumsy chef, but I can't help but find it hilarious. I can't believe we have to pretend to be normal. I miss the days of causing chaos with the Sith.
Yes, but blending in is crucial to our mission. We can't let anyone suspect we have powers. Who would suspect us of being superheroes? I mean, look at us.
Well, you do look like a walking tin can. Grievous.
And you look like a clone with that face paint. More. At least I can blend in the easiest. And you... True, Grievous. You do have the advantage there.
Oh, look. It's the Kneebird heroes. Darth Vader, Darth Maul, and General Tin Can.
I have 4 lightsabers, remember? Don't underestimate me. All right. But I have a cape, so that automatically makes me the coolest one.
Oh, yes. A cape makes you the epitome of normalcy.
Can we just stop arguing and focus on fitting in with the neighbors? We need to maintain our secret identities. You're right, Grievous. Let's try to be inconspicuous superheroes for once. We'll save the galaxy later.
Fine, but I still think we should incorporate lightsaber battles into our daily exercise routine. Just for fun.
Absolutely not. We're trying to blend in, remember? Let's compromise, gentlemen. Maybe we can have a lightsaber battle night in the backyard once a month, but only when the neighbors are out of town.
Oh, this food truck business is exhausting. I miss the good old days of wielding my lightsaber.
Come on, Maul. Embrace the change. We're bringing joy to people's taste buds now, not just fear to their hearts. And I must say, food is quite impressive. Who knew I had a talent for grilling burgers with 4 arms?
You, because nothing screams. Sith Lord like flipping patties on a grill.
Hey, I'll have you know our Death Star dogs are a hit. Locals love the Sith sauce. Indeed, the Sith sauce is a secret recipe passed down from generations of Sith Lords. Adds a little spice to their lives.
Well, I guess we're bringing balance to the Force in their taste buds then.
Precisely, we're spreading culinary joy. One lightsaber-sabered pretzel at a time. And at least we don't have to worry about Jedi ambushes while cooking. That's a plus.
True, but I still miss using the Force to season my dishes.
Well, Maul, just remember, the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, and our food truck is conquering both. Agreed. Now, who's up some Sith Sundays? Ice cream with a side of dark side.
Oh, the mess in this building is simply unbearable. I can't stand it anymore.
What seems to be the problem, Maul? Are the tenants causing trouble again?
Trouble, that's an understatement. Vader, we have tenants who never clean up after themselves. It's madness.
Well, as the landlord, it's your duty to ensure cleanliness. Have you tried talking to them?
Oh, I've tried Vader, but Grievous, the droid tenant, is the worst. He has more arms than he knows what to do with, yet he can't even pick up. Did someone mention my name? Oh, this mess. It's like a battlefield out here. Grievous, you have 8 arms. Can't you at least help me clean?
Cleaning is for the weak. My metallic exterior cannot afford to be tainted by such filthy activities. Enough, both of you. We'll need to pitch in and clean up this building. Maul, you handle the bathrooms. Grievous, you take the hallways, and I'll deal with the co-
Have you seen my lightsaber, Grievous? I can find it anywhere.
Oh, Maul, you always misplace your things. Maybe it's with Vader's missing socks. Don't bring my socks into this, Grievous. And Maul, I haven't seen your lightsaber. Maybe the monkey took it.
Monkey. You have a monkey now. How did that happen?
Vader thought it would be a good idea to have a pet, but this monkey is more trouble than it's worth. It stole my sandwich yesterday. It's not the monkey's fault, Grievous. Maybe we need to train it better.
Train the monkey? Are we Jedi now? This is ridiculous.
Well, we're certainly a Celtic family of four living in this tiny apartment. It's like a circus. I guess chaos is our specialty. But hey, at least we have each other, right?
So, guys, I've got this brilliant. Let's start a business selling novelty socks.
Novelty socks, you say? How can that possibly be amusing? Trust me, Vader, people love quirky socks. We'll be rolling in credits before you know it.
Absolutely. Picture this. Socks with little lightsabers on them. We'll call them Socksaber.
Fine, but I don't see how socks can get us into any awkward situations. Oh, you have idea, Vader. Last week, someone mistook my Wookiee socks for the real thing and tried to give me a hug.
And remember when we were out Darth Sidious socks to that meeting? We accidentally matched our boss's socks, and he thought we were mocking him.
Alright, sound amusing, but what about the hilarious situations you mentioned? Well, we thought it would be funny to design socks with our faces on them, but when we wore them to a party, everyone thought we were narcissists.
And don't even get me started on the time we accidentally sent Chewbacca's socks to the Emperor instead of his usual black ones.
Okay, you got me. Quirky socks can definitely lead to some hilarious and awkward moments. See, I told you, with our sense of humor and these socks, we'll conquer the galaxy, one loaf at a time. time.
Absolutely. And just think about the endless possibilities for our next design. You do some socks.
All right, let's get this business rolling. May the socks be with us.
So, Darth Vader, have you heard about the new circus in town? They say this family of clumsy performers is the funniest thing in the galaxy.
Really? A family of clumsy performers, you say? I find their lack of coordination disturbing. Well, at least they're not trying to overthrow the Republic like you two.
True, Grievous. True. But imagine the chaos they must cause in the circus tent. I bet they trip over their own feet and launch themselves into the air.
Ah, yes, the Force is strong with them in their ability to create hilariously disastrous acrobatic routines, I'm sure. I wonder if they can juggle lightsabers as well as they juggle their own clumsiness. And if they
Picture this. A tightrope walker who can't seem to stay on the rope, swinging from one side to the other. The audience would be rolling in laughter.
Yes, and a trapeze artist who keeps missing the bar and landing flat on their face. The galaxy would never be the same. And what about a unicycle rider who wobbles so much they crash into the audience, creating a domino effect of laughter?
Ooh, reality. The Force cannot contain my amusement.
Perhaps we should pay them a visit, just for a good laugh. You know. Agreed. I could use a break from all the lightsaber battles. Let's go and witness the galaxy's clumsiest circus performers. Darth Vader, have you heard about this neurotic mailman? No. What's his deal?
He's convinced that every package he delivers contains a bomb.
Well, that's one way to make your work more exciting. Grievous, that's not funny. This man clearly has some serious anxiety issues.
Oh, come on. Vader, lighten up. Can you imagine the look on his face with each delivery? Oops, I mean...
And what about when he opens up his lunchbox? Oh no, a sandwich bomb. Gotta defuse it with mustard. You to find humor in the strangest things. But imagine the poor guy is paranoid. I bet he even scans his own birthday presents for explosives.
Can you imagine all the false alarms? This birthday cake is ticking. Master Jedi, run for your lives.
Or when he's delivering a package to the Emperor himself. Your Highness, I've got a little something for you. Just don't shake it too hard.
Have you heard about that clumsy delivery driver? I hear he's always in ridiculous situations.
Yes, I've heard. They say once mistook a tree for a front door and tried to deliver a package to it. That's nothing. I heard he slipped on a banana peel and accidentally catapulted a package onto a rooftop.
I can't even imagine what his customers must think. I heard he knocked on someone's door and accidentally set off a fireworks display.
That's classic. But did you hear when he drove into a construction site and ended up delivering packages to the workers instead of the intended recipients? Oh, the irony! Imagine receiving a package while you're in the middle of building a house.
I bet he's got more stories like that. I heard he once tried to deliver a package by throwing it like a frisbee into an open window.
That's just asking for trouble, but you know what they say. If you want a good laugh, just follow that delivery driver.
I find your lack of control disturbing, Vader.
It's not so easy. Mole, these dogs are more mischievous than a band of eels. You two Sith Lords can't handle a few dogs. Pathetic.
Silence, Grievous. I'll show you how it's done. Here, doggies, here.
Mole, you've made it worse. Now they're chasing their tails. Oh, the mighty Sith, defeated by furry little creatures.
I'll bring them back. Force, help me. Come, naughty dogs.
Perhaps a lightsaber would be more effective.
Or maybe a dog whistle.
Enough. Let's use the Force together. Concentrate.
Finally, ye did it.
Impressive, even for a Sith. You learned a trait. You've earned a trait.
Yes, a treat for a job well done. Now, who's going to clean up this mess? Alright, let's go over today's agenda for our bed and breakfast.
I find your lack of enthusiasm disturbing, Mole.
You, Mole, why so serious?
Well, Vader, maybe if you didn't keep Force choking the guests, we'd have more positive reviews.
They were complaining about the Wi-Fi. Mole, my patience has its limits.
Maybe if I didn't scare them away with my multiple limbs, we'd have more bookings.
Grievous, you can't just serve breakfast with your mechanical arms. They're not exactly appetizing.
Oh, Luke, General Grievous is serving the guests today. I wonder if they'll lose their appetite or their minds.
I'm just trying to help. At least I don't breathe evilly like you. Vader, it's intimidating.
Alright. Let's focus. We need to fix the leaky roof in room 3.
Oh, great. Another chance to show off my impressive handyman skills.
You remember when you excitedly used the Force to smash the toilet in room 5?
It was an honest mistake. Grievous, the Force is strong with me, you know.
Let's just get through today without any disasters. Alright, we need to keep this place running smoothly.
Agreed, and maybe we should consider hiring some non-intimidating staff, or maybe just some droids.
Don't be ridiculous, Grievous. Who would dare challenge the might of the dark side at our bed and breakfast?
Well, maybe if we had a sign that didn't say welcome to the dark side in, we might attract more customers.
Good point. Maybe cozy retreat in the middle of nowhere would be more inviting.
As long as we don't have to wear those silly aprons like last time.
So, Vader, Have you heard about this clumsy detective who solves crimes by accident?
No, I haven't. Tell me more, Mole.
Well, this detective, let's call him Detective Bumbling. He's always tripping over his own feet, dropping things, you name it. But somehow,
That sounds interesting. How does he do it?
you won't believe it, but one time he was chasing after a suspect, and he accidentally knocked over a stack of papers. Lo and behold, hidden among them was a
That's quite the stroke of luck. But does he always stumble upon evidence like that?
Oh no. Another time, he was reaching for a sandwich, and he accidentally pressed the wrong button on the computer. It turned out to be a secret file with all the
You two find this amusing? Clumsiness is a weakness, not something to laugh about.
Oh, Grievous, lighten up. We are just having a little fun.
Besides, it's not like we're clumsy ourselves, right, Mole? I suppose I can see the humor in it, just this once.
You know, being a Sith Lord is so much easier than trying to solve crimes in this small town.
Come on, Mole. You're just upset because you can't wield a lightsaber and solve mysteries at the same time. Actually, that does sound quite challenging. How about we give it a try?
I highly doubt you'd be of any use. Grievous, With all your mechanical limbs, you'd probably just trip over evidence.
Ah, but Mole, I have agility built into these limbs. I could be the fastest detective in the galaxy. I could be...
And you, Mole, what would be your detective specialty? Intimidating suspects with your menacing appearance.
Perhaps. Or maybe I could use the Force to read minds, extracting information from even the most stubborn criminals.
And imagine the cat we have as our partner, always knocking things over, leaving paw prints everywhere.
Yes, the coziest detective duo in history. We'd catch the bad guys, all while tripping over our own feet.
I suppose it could make for an interesting sight, but let's remember, we are Sith Lords first and foremost. Crime solving is just a hobby.
True, but imagine the look on people's faces when they see us solving crimes in this small town. It would be priceless.
Well, if the galaxy ever gets too boring, maybe we'll become the most unlikely detective trio the universe has ever seen.
Agreed, but until then, let's stick to ruling the galaxy with an iron fist. Darth Vader, what is the secret ingredient for a delicious Sith stew?
What you besides a dash of fear and a pinch of darkness?
No, I mean the actual ingredient. I've been trying to perfect my recipe, but it's just not working.
Maybe you should try adding some lightsaber shavings. More. Adding some more.
Very funny. Grievous. Maybe I should add a touch of your incompetence as well.
Now, no need for fighting. We're supposed to be running a restaurant, not a battlefield.
But Vader, the customers deserve the best Sith stew in the galaxy.
How about we serve it with a side of droid oil? Adds a nice metallic kick. Ouch.
No, we need to focus on quality, not gimmicks. Mole, have you considered using the Force to enhance the flavors?
Of course. How did I not think of that? Thank you, Vader.
Oh, the old powerful Sith Lord didn't think of using the Force. What a surprise.
Just remember, Mole, the dark side may be strong, but it won't improve your cooking skills.
We'll see about that. Vader, the Sith stew will be a galaxy-wide sensation. Can you believe this haunted house? It's giving me...
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Scary Sith Lord is scared of ghosts now.
Even Sith Lords have fears. You know.
Speak for yourself, Maul. Ghosts don't scare me. I'm too busy dealing with these creaky floorboards.
Creaky floorboards? That's nothing. I can't even get a decent night's sleep with the ghostly moaning and rattling chains.
And what about those mysterious footsteps in the middle of the night? I almost sliced my lightsaber at thin air.
Ah, that's nothing compared to the floating objects that keep moving around. I swear, I can never find my spare lightsabers.
Well, at least we have something in common. We're all living in a haunted house with an incredibly terrible interior decorator.
And it's not just the costs. Vader, have you seen the ghastly wallpaper in the living room? It's like the dark side threw up all over the place.
I bet even the Gloss can't stand that wallpaper. No wonder they are haunting this place. And stop.
All right. Let's focus. We're Sith Lords. We can handle this haunted house. Let's join forces and scare the ghosts away.
Agreed. And maybe we can convince them to redecorate while we're at it.
As long as I get my lightsabers back, I'm in.
I can't believe my dreams of becoming a famous painter have crashed and burned. Now I have to move back in with my eccentric family.
Come on, Mole. It's not the end of the world. Maybe you'll find inspiration in your family's oddities.
Inspiration? With this bunch, they're more likely to drive you to the dark side.
Well, at least I won't be alone in my misery. Vader, remember when you thought you could become a stand-up comedian?
Yes, the infamous dark side of comedy routine. Let's just say it didn't bring balance to the Force, or anyone's funny bone.
And I thought my attempts at interpretive dance were bad. Those flailing arms and clunky moves didn't impress anyone.
Maybe we should form our own struggling artists anonymous support group. We can commiserate our failed ambitions and laugh at our own ridiculousness.
That's not a bad idea. We could even invite Jar Jar Binks and watch him attempt to play the banjo.
Now that would be a show worth watching, but no matter what, we'll always have each other's backs, even if our dreams don't pan out. That would have happened.
True. And who knows, maybe living this eccentric family will inspire a masterpiece after all. This haunted house is really getting on my nerves. I can't even get a decent night's sleep with all these spooky noises.
You think you have it bad? I can't even use the Force properly here. It's like the ghosts are messing with my powers.
You two are weak. I fought Jedi. I fought clones. But these ghosts, they are nothing. I loaf in the face of their haunting.
Guy. Last night, I saw a ghost wearing my favorite black cloak. It was just floating around, taunting me. I couldn't even...
That's nothing. I woke up to find the ghost playing with my lightsaber. It was swinging it round like it owned the place.
Pathetic. I had a ghost rearranging all my trophies, trying to mess with my collection, but I showed it who's boss.
You think you're so tough, Grievous? I bet you screamed like a baby when that ghost started whispering in your ear at night.
I would pay to see that. Grievous, the fearless warrior, cowering from a ghost's whisper.
Fine, maybe this haunted house is taller than I thought, but mark my words, I'll find a way to scare those ghosts away.
Good luck, Grievous. We'll need it. This haunted house is turning us into a real dysfunctional family.
Yeah, and I thought dealing with the Emperor was tough. At least he didn't float through walls and knock over my coffee mug.
Well, let's stick together and face these ghosts head on. We may be a dysfunctional family, but we're still Sith Lords.
Agreed. Together, we'll show these ghosts who's in charge. And if all else fails, we can always call the Ghostbusters hotline.
Now that's an idea. Let's hope they're not afraid of the dark side.
Guys, I think we may have made a mistake starting a pet detective agency. I can't stop sneezing.
Well, I can say I didn't warn you, Maul. I can barely breathe around these free creatures.
I have to admit, I didn't see this coming. We're allergic to animals, but we're supposed to solve cases involving them. Genes.
It seemed like a great idea at the time. But now, I can't even be near a dog without my eyes tearing up.
I guess we'll have to rely on our keen senses and superior intelligence to solve these cases. But allergies aside, we must remain focused.
Absolutely, Vader. We can't let a few sneezes stop us from being the best pet detectives in the galaxy.
Right. We'll just have to take extra precautions, like wearing full-body hazmat suits whenever we're on a case.
Picture that. Three Sith Lords in Harriet suits chasing after a runaway chihuahua. Now that's a sight to behold.
I can already see the headlines. Allergic Sith Fry saves the day, one tissue at a time.
Well, at least we'll bring an equi touch to the pet detective business. Who knows, maybe people will appreciate our dedication despite the snifflers.
Indeed, Mole, our allergy may slow us down, but they won't defeat us. Let's go solve some pet mysteries, one sneeze at a time.
So, Vader, have you heard about this new restaurant in town? No, what's so special about it?
Well, apparently, they have a strict no food on the floor policy.
Probably a clumsy one. I can just imagine them dropping plates left and right.
And the poor customers, nervously eating their meals, hoping nothing falls off their plates.
I bet they have a lot of brooms and mops on standby. Or maybe the chef is secretly a Jedi, using the Force to keep everything in the air. That would explain why the food is so expensive. You're not just paying for the taste, but for the Jedi magic.
Imagine the Yelp reviews. Food was great, but the constant hovering of plates made me feel like I was in a galactic circus.
Well, I guess if you're looking for a unique dining experience, this is the place to go.
Just make sure you don't accidentally drop any food on the floor. They might send you to the dark side.
So, gentlemen, have you ever heard of the legendary Embatacum?
A bat hair. I can't say I have. What is it?
Yes, please do enlighten us more. Please, enlighten more. Please. Don't.
Well, it's a highly unusual dance from a distant planet, known for its, let's say, interesting moves.
Interesting moves. I highly doubt it could be more intriguing than my powerful Force choke.
Oh, come on, Vader. You can't compare a dance to your Force choke.
Indeed, Grievous. Imagine combining your spinning lightsaber skills with the Embatacum dance. It would be quite a sight.
I can already picture it. Grievous twirling around with his lightsabers, trying to keep up with the dance moves.
And you, Maul, joining in with your acrobatics, would be the most fearsome dancers in the galaxy.
The Sith Lords of the dance floor, truly unstoppable.
Well, I suppose even Sith Lords need to let loose and have some fun sometimes.
Agreed, Vader. So, Maul, when do we start our Embatacum lessons?
Vader, have you heard about Grievous saying Embatacum?
A bat, and what in the galaxy is that?
Oh, it's a phrase from my home planet, Klee. It means let's dance in our native language.
Dance, Grievous. I never pictured you as a graceful dancer.
Well, Mole, you should see me on the dance floor. I've got moves that would make even a Force jealous.
I find it hard to believe, Grievous. You're more known for wielding lightsabers, not for your dance skills.
Ah, but Vader, you've never seen the elegant waltz I can perform with my 4 arms. It's truly a sight to behold.
Alright, Grievous. Prove it. Let's see this Battlegun in action. Show us your dancing prowess.
Maybe another time, my friends. The Sith Lords have more pressing matters at hand than my dancing abilities.
Fair enough, Grievous. But remember, if we ever find ourselves with some downtime, we'll hold you to the dankio.
Deal. Just don't expect me to go easy on you. I'll have you both twirling and spinning like never before.
So, Grievous, I heard you've taken up a new hobby. Care to enlighten us?
Oh, you mean my singing? Yes, indeed. I've been practicing my vocal cords. Ready to stun the galaxy with my melodious voice.
Melodious, Grievous, your voice could shatter glass.
Come on now, Vader. I've been working on my range. I can hit those high notes like nobody's business.
Really? Care to give us a little demonstration then, Grievous?
Well, right. I'm a mean, lean, fighting machine with a voice so sweet, it'll make you scream.
Grievous, I think the galaxy would prefer if you stuck to lightsaber battles instead of serenading them.
Oh, come on. I'm the galaxy's next big sensation. Just you wait. My album will be a hit.
Well, Grievous, if your singing career doesn't work out, you can always fall back on being a menacing cyborg. It's your true talent after all.
So, Vader, have you ever thought about getting a dog?
No, you know I have nose for pets. I am more interested in ruling the galaxy.
But imagine having a loyal companion by your side, like these dogs here. They can be quite entertaining. Fine, I'll play along. What about you, Grievous? Any interest in dogs? Well, I must admit, my collection of lightsabers already keeps me quite occupied, but dogs could be interesting, I suppose.
Excellent. Let's imagine a scenario then. We're all dog walkers, trying to handle this unruly group of cannons. I'll take the lead.
Oh, I can't wait to see how this goes.
Now remember, dogs need structure. We have to walk them in a straight line. Grievous, you're in charge of the little ones. Alright, I'll do my best. Here, little doggies, follow me in a straight line. Look at Grievous. He's struggling with those tinny dogs. Mole, you should have given him the big ones. You should have been struggling with. You're right, Vader. Poor Grievous. He's being dragged around like a rag doll. Don't worry, little ones. I am your leader. We will conquer this walk together.
Grievous, I think the dogs are walking you instead.
Look at them go. Who knew dog walking could be this much fun? Well, at least we're all getting some exercise, even if it's not exactly how we planned it.
True, Grievous. And who knows, maybe ruling the galaxy can wait. A little dog walking might not be so bad after all. Agreed, Vader. Let's conquer the dog walking world together.
The Sith Lords turned dog walkers. Who would have thought? All right, everyone, time to get this bed and breakfast up and running. I want to see some smiles, people.
Smiles are overrated. I find the lack of efficiency in this operation disturbing.
Oh, come on, Vader. We're not running the Death Star here. Just a quaint little bit of peaceful town.
Grievous is right. Vader, we need to embrace the charm of this place. Look, even the teacups have character.
Yes, because what our guests really want is a character, a teacup. How about we focus on fixing the leaky faucets instead?
Oh, Vader, always the practical one. But remember, our guests are here for an experience, not just perfect plumbing.
Exactly. They want a story to tell their friends, like how they got served breakfast by Darth Maul himself.
I highly doubt that would be a selling point.
Oh, I don't know, Vader. I think people would pay good money for a lightsaber-wielding waiter.
See, Vader, even Grievous gets it. Let's embrace the eccentricity and make this the talk of the town.
Fine, but if anyone asks, I'm blaming you two if things go wrong.
Deal. Now, who's up for some lightsaber-shaped pancakes?
Another Friday night, another failed attempt at dating. Will we ever find Louvre?
Oh, Mole, you always say that. Maybe we're just too intimidating with our dark sides.
Intimidating? I once tried to ask someone out and accidentally scared him off with my multiple lightsabers. Who needs forearms, right?
Well, at least our dating lives are never boring. Remember when I tried to impress a girl by showing off my acrobatic skills, ended up falling off a balcony?
How? That's nothing. I once tried a pickup line and ended up choking on my own respirator. Talk about smooth. How?
Smooth. I once took a date to a fancy restaurant and accidentally knocked over a waiter with my mechanical arms. dinner, and a show, they said.
We're a disaster when it comes to romance. Maybe we should start a support group for terrible datas.
Brilliant idea. We can call it Awkward Hearts Anonymous. We'll be the masters of awkwardness.
And we can have a motto. Finding love is hard, but finding hilariously awkward situations is our specialty.
Grievous, what is this I hear about you yelling in Barticum?
Yes, Grievous. Care to explain?
Oh, come on. It was just a harmless battle cry. No, you should try it too.
Oh, really? And what does this Embaticum even mean? Grievous?
It means first warrior in my native language. First warrior in my
Fierce warrior, how? Sounds more like a sneeze to me.
Yes, Grievous, you do realize that every time you yell Embaticum, it sounds like you're trying to clear your sinuses.
No way! It's a powerful battle cry, not a sneeze. It's a
Grievous, maybe it's time you found a new battle cry. One that won't make us all reach for the tissues.
Yes, spare the galaxy from your nostril clearing the tricks, Grievous.
Fine, but don't blame me when the enemy doesn't take you seriously without my Embaticum.
Oh, we'll manage somehow, Grievous. Maybe we'll just rely on our lightsabers instead.
Lightsabers, Vader. That's our real battle cry.
Alright. No more Embaticum, but I'm warning you, it's a loss for the galaxy. It's a...
Achoo. Ah, I hate this season. So many gums.
Maul, your obsession with cleanliness is truly amusing. Are you afraid of a few microscopic organisms?
Vader, you have no idea. Germs are everywhere, lurking on every surface, waiting to attack.
Maul, you should see yourself right now. Wearing gloves, using hand sanitizers like it's your life's mission.
It is I'm a germophobic detective, Grievous. I solve crimes by analyzing fingerprints, but I refuse to touch anything. It's a job, trust me.
How do you even manage? Maul, do you just stand there and point at things?
Oh, it's much more sophisticated than that, my friend. I have my trusty robotic arm that does all the touching for me. It's germ-free and efficient.
So, you're like a droid detective, Maul, solving crimes without ever getting your hands dirty. You're like a never getting
Exactly. I am the epitome of cleanliness and crime-solving brilliance. No germ shall ever escape my meticulous analysis.
Well, Maul, I must admit, your dedication to cleanliness is impressive. Just be careful not to let your fear of germs consume you.
Here, Darth Vader, have you tried the new flavor we just made? It's called Death by Chocolate.
I find your lack of creativity disturbing, Maul. I prefer the classic dark side delight.
Well, I'm more of a minty menace kind of guy myself. But let's focus, people. We have cons to scoop and customers to serve. And
Here, Vader, did you see that new customer? She's as beautiful as a supernova.
Maul, you always fall for every attractive customer who walks through the door. Remember what happened with Leia.
you And don't forget about pen. You really need to work on your ice cream scooping skills. Mall.
Hey, it's not my fault. I'm just too busy being a Sith Lord in my spare time.
Spare time? Since when do we have spare time? We barely have enough time to clean the waffle cone machine.
And let's not forget about the time Mole accidentally spilled an entire gallon of ice cream on Count Dooku.
Good times. But at least the customers got a good laugh out of it, right?
Sometimes I wonder if we're better off using the Force to run this place. It would certainly be more efficient.
But where's the fun in that? The cheese is what makes this ice cream parlor special.
I couldn't agree more, Grievous. Now, let's get back to work before we run out of death like chocolate again. Alright, listen up, siblings. We've inherited Dad's amusement park, and it's our duty to bring it back to life.
Just what we needed. Another project. Can't we just sell it?
Sell it? Are you kidding, Vader? This place has potential. We can make it the most thrilling park in the galaxy.
Exactly. And I've got the perfect idea. We'll call it the dark side of fun. Imagine the marketing opportunities.
Great. Maybe we can have a toy, Sith roller coaster and the Force lightning Horsey.
I love it. And what about a lightsaber whack-a-mole? I'll be the first in line.
And we could have a Death Star drop tower ride. It'll be a blast.
Literally.
Come on, Vader. Lighten up. We can make this place incredible. The Force is with us.
Fine. But if this fails, I'm blaming both of you.
Well, who would have thought we'd end up owning an amusement park?
Yes, Maul. From Sith Lords to park owners, our resume is quite impressive.
I can't believe we're responsible for this. Circus, do we even know the first thing about running an amusement park?
Who needs knowledge when you have the Force, my friends? We'll figure it out. Besides, this place has potential.
Oh, yes. I can see it now. The Galactic Empire theme park, complete with Death Star roller coasters and Stormtrooper bumper cars.
I can already imagine the complaints from our boss. Your roller coaster gave me a worse headache than fighting Jedi.
But imagine the marketing possibilities. Come visit the dark side and experience thrills beyond imagination.
And what about the mascots? Are we going to walk around in Sith Lord costumes scaring children?
Imagine the Darth Vader meet and great, kids. Come take a selfie with the most feared Sith Lord in the galaxy.
I must admit, that does sound amusing. We might just pull this off. Gentlemen, together we'll make this park a Sith-tacular success.
Sith-tacular? Oh, well, I suppose it's better than being Sith-staken for good.
Agreed. Let's embrace the challenge and bring some laughter to the dark side. May the Force be with us, and may the fun begin.
Why did we decide to open a cafe in the middle of nowhere? This match-on is more complicated than my double-bladed lightsaber.
Relax, Maul. It's all about bringing people together, even in the desert. Besides, who wouldn't want a cup of coffee after a good duel?
I agree, and it's a great opportunity to showcase my artistic skills. I'm thinking lat art in the shape of lightsabers, and it's
Grievous, your hands are too shaky for that. You might end up with abstract art that looks like a banthon or a skate.
Maul, let's not underestimate Grio's talent. Remember when he painted that masterpiece on our spaceship? It looked like a Picasso from a galaxy.
Thank you, Lord Vader, but let's focus. Gentlemen, we need to decide on a catchy name for our coffee shop. How about Java Jedi?
Oh, how original, Grievous. How about Sith Sips instead? We could serve dark roast coffee, just like us.
I've got it. The Forceful Brew. Our slogan can be, "Come to the dark side." We have coffee.
Brilliant. Now, let's brew up some butter and caffeine. I'll get the pastilles ready while you two figure out how to turn on this machine.
May the froth be with us, my friends. Let's conquer the desert, one cup of coffee at a time. This library is a disaster. How are we supposed to find anything in this chase?
Come on, Mole. It's not that bad. Just a little disorderly. That's all.
Disorderly. More like a battlefield. Look at those books flying around like starfighters.
I just organized these shelves yesterday, and now it's all a mess again. How can anyone find what they are looking for?
Maybe the Force is trying to teach you a lesson in patience, Mole, or you need to work on your organizational skills.
Organizational skills are not exactly our strong suit, are they, Vader? Remember the time we tried to tiddy up the Death Star?
Ah, yes, that was quite the catastrophe, but at least we didn't have mischievous books flying round.
I swear, these books have a mind of their own. They are like Sith spirits haunting this library.
Well, maybe they're just trying to teach you the ways of the dark side. Mole, embrace the Chaz.
Can you believe this place? Darth Vader. It's like a circus.
Indeed, Darth Ale. Seems like the Force is on vacation here.
I find your lack of patience disturbing. And your lack of disturbing. Disturbing.
Patience. Look at that poor waitress over there. She's carrying a tray like she's wielding a lightsaber.
And those customers at that table, Grievous, they're arguing over who gets the last slice of pizza.
Perhaps they need an extra pair of arms to settle their differences.
Oh, Lennox, that lady just spills soup all over her companion's lap.
The dark side could certainly use a laugh. Darth Ale, this restaurant seems like the perfect training ground for idiot and neighbor waitresses.
The Force is strong with this tray.
Grievous, you should show them your lightsaber skills and offer to help.
Yes, with my impeccable coordination, I'm certain to save the day.
Let's just hope they don't mistake your lightsaber for a breadstick.
Or Darth Vader's helmet for a soup bowl. Another wrong order. Darth Vader, how hard can it be to get a simple meal delivered?
Don't blame me. It's Grievous who keeps messing up the orders. Can't even handle a food delivery app.
It's not my fault. These apps are so confusing. I keep pressing the wrong buttons.
Well, Grievous, maybe if you used your lightsaber skills for food delivery instead of fighting Jedi, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Oh, like you've never made a mistake, Maul. Remember the time you ordered a whole banquet for one person? Like you've never made it.
Yeah, and then he had to eat it all by himself. Classic.
All right. But can we focus on the task at hand? I'm hungry and tired of mix-ups. Grievous, double-check before you press order this time.
I'll try, but don't expect miracles. Maybe I should stick to lightsabers.
Just do your best, Grievous. And remember, we're relying on you for our meal. No pressure.
Oh, I'm sure that won't make you nervous at all. Grievous, may the Force be with you, and our correct order.
Thanks, guys. I'll do my best. Now, what was it that Maul wanted?
Darth Vader, have you seen our pet alligator lately?
No, I haven't. But we need to keep it a secret from our nosy neighbors, Grievous.
Oh, I know. We can dress it up as a kid plush toy and hide it in plain sight. Right?
That might work, Grievous. But what if it starts snapping at our neighbors?
We'll train it. Maul, teach it some manners. No snapping at the neighbors, okay?
And what if they ask why it moves?
Easy. We'll say it's a new remote-controlled toy. Everyone loves those.
Yes, and we'll make sure to keep it on a leash when we take it for walks.
And if they find out?
We'll deny everything and blame it on the neighbor's cat. Another day of misdelivered packages. I swear, I'm starting to think our mammon is the most incompetent person in the galaxy.
Don't be too hard on him, Maul. Maybe he's just forcefully challenged.
Forcefully challenge? That's a new one, Vader. But seriously, I've had enough of receiving my neighbor's packages. Last week, I got a box of lightsabers instead.
Well, I once received a shipment of Sith robes meant for the Emperor. Let's just say, red isn't my color.
Maul, you make a terrifying Sith fashion disaster. But remember when I received a package labeled Death Star plans, and it turned out to be a box of Banthay treats.
I can picture you, Vader, fitting into one of those traits. Thinking it was top secret information must have been quite the surprise.
You know, as much as our mailman messes up, it's hard not to find it amusing. He's like the galaxy's clumsiest but lovable mailman.
True, Maul. We may never receive our packages on time, but at least we have some unexpected laughs along the way.
Agreed. Maybe we should get him a gift to thank him for all the entertainment. Any ideas?
Or maybe a pair of glasses, so he can read the labels properly. Hey Darth Vader, have you noticed anything strange happening in the house lately?
Strange? You mean besides the constant eerie moaning and the floating furniture? No, nothing out of the ordinary.
Well, I did find a ghost in my cereal this morning. It just stared at me with those transparent eyes. Creepy.
Ghost? I could take care of a ghost with my double-bladed lightsaber. No problem.
Oh, please. Your lightsaber wouldn't even tickle a ghost. Besides, I'm more concerned about how we can split the rent with a bunch of restless spirits floating round. We need to come up with a plan. Guys, maybe we can try to communicate with the ghost and find out what they want. Maybe they just need a little peace. Or maybe they just need a good exorcism. I bring my Sith incense and start chanting in ancient Sith language. That's not going to work. Mole, we need a professional. I'll call Ghostbusters. They deal with this kind of stuff all the time. Ghostbusters. Seriously, Vader, we're Sith Lords. We should be able to handle a few homeless specters. I agree with Grievous. We'll take matters into our own hands and show those ghosts who's boss. Fine, but if they start slaying us, I'm calling the Ghostbusters. Fair enough. But remember, we're all in this together. Let's show those ghosts that we can coexist peacefully. Or at least see a peek. Oh.
May the Force be with us, and the Ghostbusters, just in case. Hey guys, check out my new Yugo mat. I'm all about that in life now.
Yoga, seriously. Maul, I thought we were all about ruling the galaxy, not stretching our limbs.
Well, I find yoga quite beneficial for my flexibility. It helps me maintain my robotic grace. You know,
Come on, Vader. You should give it a try. It'll help you release all that anger.
I don't need yoga to release my anger, Maul. I have the force for that.
I bet you'll be surprised, Vader. Yoga can really calm your mind. Thus, it's a great way to meet new people. You will be...
Absolutely not. I am not wearing yoga pants, Maul. I have a reputation to uphold.
Well, I'll be the trendsetter then. Yoga pants for everyone.
So, Vader, any luck with the dating scene lately?
Not really, Mole. It's harder than ruling a galaxy. I tell you, these potential suitors just don't understand me.
Dating? Hi, I could never find time with all these lightsabers I have to collect. Who needs love when you have weapons?
Well, I've been having some interesting encounters, but there's this one girl I'm seeing. He's a bit peculiar.
Oh yeah, how so?
She's a neurotic cat owner, and her apartment is filled with cat toys and accessories. She even wears cat-themed clothing.
Cat-themed clothing? That's munificent.
Mole, you can be serious. Are you saying you're actually interested in her?
Shush, keep it down. I don't want the whole galaxy to know, but yes, she's quite pretty and has a wit sense of humor.
Well, you've gone from Sith Lord to cat lover. What's next? Knitting sweaters for your feline friends?
Oh, shut up, Revis. You're just jealous because you've never experienced true companionship like I have.
Well, Mole, I hope this love affair doesn't interfere with your dark side duties. The Emperor won't be pleased if he finds out you're more into good fashion than seat fashion.
Don't worry, Vader. My love for fashion and cats won't compromise my commitment to the dark side. Besides, who says a Sith Lord can't appreciate the finer things in life?
At least you'll have plenty of company for movie nights. Well, just make sure to stick to Sith-themed films, not cat documentaries.
Fair point, Grievous. But trust me, this won't get in the way of my Sith duties. I'm a master of balance, after all.
As if their thoughts could be of any importance to us. I can't wait to hear my pet bird's thoughts about how it despises me. I can't do the, not do it, can't do it, I'm absolutely terrified of my bird's secret plans. What's next? A machine to translate the thoughts of droids to, Alright. Let's see if this inventor's contraption can truly unravel the mysteries of our pets' minds. It could be quite entertaining. Well, let's hope this inventor brings some lutter into our lives. It might just be the break we need.
Hey Vader, have you heard the latest news? A clueless but well-meaning dog has become the mayor of a small town.
The dog is a mayor. That's ridiculous. How did that even happen?
I find that highly illogical. Dogs can't run governments. They don't even have opposable thumbs.
Well, apparently, this dog named Parkinson won the mayoral election by a landslide. The townsfolk loved his friendly nature and wagging tail.
I guess it's a step up from Jar Jar Binks being in charge, right?
At least Parkinson won't accidentally cause a galactic war with his clumsiness. But how does he make decisions without being able to speak?
Rumor has it that Parkinson communicates through barks and tail wags. The townspeople interpret his signals for their decisions. Can you imagine?
The Force must be shaking its head at this one. But hey, at least they'll always have someone to fix their slippers.
I suppose a dog mayor can't be any worse than some politicians I've encountered. Maybe we should consider electing animals too.
Only in the galaxy far, far away. My friends, only in the galaxy far, far away.
Have you ever seen a purple elephant dance? Darth Vader.
No, but I have seen many strange things in the galaxy, Maul. A dancing purple elephant wouldn't surprise me.
Ah, but would it dance gracefully under the moonlight?
Oh, Grievous, always questioning the elegance of elephants. But yes, under the moonlight, that purple elephant would dance as gracefully as a Jedi might.
Yes, the Force is strong with that elephant, I'm sure.
Imagine the Jedi's faces if they saw that. A purple, graceful elephant twirling around, lightsabers in its trunk.
The Jedi would be so confused. They wouldn't know whether to fight it or join in the dance.
Yes, because lightsaber battles and dancing elephants go hand in hand, don't they?
They do in our twisted Sith minds, my friends. Let us create a new performance. The forceful elephant bullet.
The galaxy will never be the same after that. You know, I've always wondered why we never see cats in the Star Wars galaxy. I mean, they have all sorts of bizarre creatures, but no cats.
Perhaps they're hiding in some remote corner, waiting to strike fear into the hearts of Jedi. Who knows?
Cats striking fear. Have you ever seen a cat jump? They're like little furry acrobats.
Well, speaking of jumping, did you know the cat jumped over the moon?
Over the moon? That's impossible. The moon is massive. A cat couldn't possibly clear it.
Oh, come on, Vader. You underestimate the feline prowess. I bet a Jedi kid could leap over the moon and back before you can say Sith Lord.
I can just picture it now. A black kid with a red lightsaber gracefully soaring over the moon. Me you, dark side. He, Darth Vader, have you ever seen a cat dance?
No, but I've seen some pretty ridiculous things in my time.
Ridiculous? What could possibly be ridiculous about a cat dancing? What?
Well, picture this cat wearing the tiny top hat, dancing gracefully across the room.
That's quite the image, Mole. But I'm not sure if I can imagine it. You know cats aren't known for their dance skills, right?
Come on, I bet that cat would be the star of the Galaxy's Got Talent. That would
Imagine the judges' faces. Grievous, Simon Cowell would be speechless.
I can just imagine the cat strutting around, demanding treats for its performance.
And the audience would be chanting encore, encore. Oh, what a sight!
I guess the Force is strong with that dancing cat, huh?
Indeed, Mole, the Force can make even the most unexpected things happen.
Well, if I ever see a cat dancing in a tinny top hat, I'll know the galaxy has truly gone mad.
It would be the perfect mix of grace and hilarity.
Indeed, a dancing cat in a tiny top hat would be a sight to remember, gentlemen.